Hey guys, so I just wanted to talk about equality is unfair. There's a book by I think Brooks, and he was on the Rubin Report. He's someone who's related, who is head of the Ayn Rand Ayn Rand Ayn Rand's Institute, author of Atlas Shrugged. So if anyone is has ever read Atlas Shrugged or has read about objectivism, then you probably know what I'm about to say. Um, so equality is unfair. I'm borrowing from that book, the title of that book, because it was a conversation that me and a friend had just earlier today. Um, and a lot of people, they get confused. They grow up thinking like, oh, we're very American, right? Like we want to be equal opportunity, like equal and balance and like fairness and everything. But actually, if you think about it, if we were all equal, then um, there would be no advancement, right? I mean, if we were all equal, then and if equality were balanced, then what would happen? Anyone who made money, let's just use a very objective term, a very objective measurement, which is money, right? The number of dollars in your bank account. Anyone who made money, anyone who worked harder, if I worked 10 hours and the guy next to me worked 40 hours and he made 4 times as much money as me, if equality were enforced, then I would just take his money, basically, right? Then we're equal. Um, Now that's yeah. So basically, like so it would become a society where anyone who works hard would be punished because their rewards, the fruits of their labor, would be taken away. And conversely, it would be better to be helpless and infantile. Um, it would be better to just be a lazy bum. It would be better, like literally, just to be a bum on the street because I have no money and therefore I need money and I'm gonna just gotta take it because you need it the most. And if we're an equal society, I want to be as equal as Bill Gates. So that means I'm gonna take half of Bill Gates' money and then average it out. It's very normal. I mean that's exactly equal, right? So um, this is why a lot of people focus on there's this thing called the wage gap, which is basically saying, oh my god, rich people are getting richer and poor people are getting poorer. Kind of. But that doesn't really make sense because poor people, there's a limit to how poor people can get, right? I mean, how poor is poor? Like zero? Like you have no belongings, no owner, no nothing into your name, no property? That's pretty poor, right? But you can't get any poorer than that, right? Like you are zero. I mean, I guess you could rack up debt, but eventually you're gonna have to be bankrupt or something, right? Like really, zero is zero. You can be zero. That's about it, right? So um, the rich getting richer, it seems like, oh my god, the rich are getting richer. That fucking sucks. But why are they getting rich? Right? They're getting rich not because they're highway bank robbers or whatever. I mean, if banks were on highways, that is. Um, but actually, what they do is they take money from people who are perfectly willing to give them money. You know, why is Apple so rich? Apple, the corporation, because people like me willingly give them my money because I get value of it. I want to have an iPhone. I love my iPhone. It's fucking fantastic. I love it. You know, um, is it better? I mean, like people make how do you get money from for an iPhone? How does an iPhone come about? because because Apple chose to spend money. Uh, Apple chose to do what's considered unequal and maybe considered unfair by sending their production to like China and Taiwan and stuff, and then people are jumping off the buildings and all that stuff, and that really sucks, right? But would you like to get an iPhone for like $5,000 as opposed to $500 US? I mean, like we could make them in the US and give workers really good conditions and stuff. But in the end, people are voting with their wallets. And those wallets are saying that this is what we want. We want cheap iPhones, and we are willing to pay for this. We are willing to pay the Chinese and the Taiwanese less than minimum wage in order to get them. And at the same time, the Chinese and the Taiwanese, they're willing to accept this minimum wage because, hey, it's better than being on a farm. How much money are they making on the farm? Are they making enough to even eat on the farm? Or if they have a farm, they might not even have a farm. You know? Humans are terrible cows. They can't be chopped up. They complain. They don't move as fast or pull as hard. Right? There's a limit to what a human body is. Like what, prostitution? You know? Working in a factory making an iPhone is a lot better than pimping yourself out if you're a hot girl. If you're an ugly guy, sorry. What are you gonna do? Alright, so I went off on a little bit of a diversion, but the point is that the wage gap is happening. The wealthy disparity is happening because people are actually creating more value in the world. We live in a mostly capitalistic society, right? And people are willing to pay for all these things. They're willing to pay Tim Cook and Warren Buffett and whatever, like directly or indirectly, we're willing to pay these people because we see value in them, in what they're making, what they're doing, right? So, as I said in the last video, it's become a lot easier to actually make more, to rise up, to actually do something because of technology, because of the world today. And so it's really a matter of like, are you willing to do that? You know, what kind of, like, we're all connected on the internet. You know, some people don't even have internet, but I'm assuming that if you're listening to this video, then you do have internet. And so it's just a question of, are you willing to be a part of that? Are you willing to be a person who is gonna create value in this world and get compensated for it? Or are you going to be just complain that I am the 99% and life sucks, I should just take money from the 1%, I deserve better? Whatever, dude. Do something. Make something of your life. Then, and only then, do you really get a say in anything. And it's not me judging you. It's just society, man. Supply and demand. Supply and demand rules us all. You know, like it doesn't matter if you're not creating value, no one's gonna give you any money. Doesn't matter if you're the nicest guy. I mean, if you're a nice guy, then your value comes from your niceness. But in the end, it's about what you can offer people and what people are willing to voluntarily give money to you for. It's not about unfairness. The rich are not a boogeyman. So, let me know if you have any questions. I really appreciate you watching, and have a nice day.